Hello everyone, this is Tanya here from EduTV. Today we are at the Mamata Modern School, Vikaspuri, New Delhi, one of the best schools of West Delhi. I am with the principal of the school, Mrs. Pallavi Sharma. She's done her qualification, her schooling from New York, and ma'am is a very learned principal of this area. Has also been awarded by the Education Minister and Mr. Anurag Tripathi from CBSE. Ma'am, I would want to understand from you, how can we inculcate curiosity among students? Students these days, they've been into a lot of things, especially post-pandemic. So how can curiosity be inculcated amongst them?
Hi Tanya, hi Mr. Pranav. Thank you for this question. I think it's very important and it's something that is the need of the hour in today's times. Curiosity. It's very important that children be curious. We cannot take things and accept them as they are. And this is something that children need to understand, and in fact we as educators need to understand. We cannot have children accept anything. How would we bring out new innovations? How would we bring out inventions? How would we ask children to explore more if they accept what they see around them? So curiosity is something that is to be embedded into our teaching, into our pedagogies in such a way that children are forced in a way to be curious. I'm using the word forced because unless we make children be curious, and how can we do that? Well, when we plan our lesson plans, we need to embed curiosity into our lesson plans. We need to purposely put in points into our lesson plan where we let children want to question, want to explore. We can make them think aloud. Curiosity, when we are reading out things to them, let us ask questions and let them try to think how things are happening, why things are happening. Like for a little kid, just to even understand. I had a student once who came and asked me, ma'am, how did somebody think of how to make a building? What was it that triggered this thing in their mind? And that is where I started telling that child, and that is where curiosity came in. He was wondering, how did this first thought of making a building? So then that is where we need to have our children. We shouldn't shun them off and say you're too young to understand that. We need to encourage curiosity. We need to encourage them to question, and that is something where I see we falter the most, where we shut them down and say you don't need to know that. This is not something you don't need to know at that age. Children need to know answers and get answers for anything that they question. That is where their curiosity is encouraged, and that is where they start thinking. When we make them, our lesson plans are such where we let them ask questions, where we give them open-ended questions to write, creative writing with open-ended points. Let them explore, let them think, because we need to force children to think in today's times. If they start accepting what they see, we will not have children thinking out of the box. How are we going to face a situation like the pandemic if our future generations stop thinking out of the box, if they are not creative, if we accept and we cram up or rote memorize or believe and accept what we already know? How would we be able to think about something better, innovate for the future? So I think it's very important that we as educators, as teachers, encourage children to be curious, encourage children to question, to explore, to read, to write, to think, and then of course take them out to the ground, practical knowledge that we give them when we take them to our labs. So every type of pedagogy, learning that we plan for the children, let us ensure that we embed that very important component of curiosity, so that children are curious and children question whatever they see. I hope I've been able to answer your question. Thank you.